Today, our Portland Trail Blazers kick off season number 2 in our NBA 2K24 MyNBA franchise. The team certainly has some high hopes after exceeding expectations last year and some pretty big moves in the offseason. And today, we're going to get through the first portion of the year. So the offseason ended up being quite exciting. We saw a lot of big moves, obviously starting with the curveball of Cale Foster going number 1 in the draft, leading to a domino effect of other highly regarded prospects slipping. Then in the last episode, we saw free agency, we saw some trades around the league. Some of the notable movers include Pascal Siakam and Zach LaVine, who joined Wemby in San Antonio. The Clippers lose James Harden, but they sign OG Anunoby. DeMar DeRozan signs with the Pistons. Miles Turner traded to the Warriors for Jonathan Kuminga. Lonzo Ball signing with the Orlando Magic, a team who already has a lot of playmaking. And then a move we did not talk about in the last episode because it just happened is James Harden signing with the Los Angeles Lakers on a cheap one-year deal. I think we could see some other guys potentially on the move eventually. Joel Embiid appears to be frustrated in Philadelphia. The Sixers tried to sign Paul George. However, there were some disagreements within the contract. He returned to the Clippers. Giannis is a free agent at the end of the year. If the Bucks don't make a big move, I think he's gone. Jason Tatum and Donovan Mitchell are both free agents at the end of the year. Maybe those two teams need to make a move in order to convince their guys to stick around. The Hawks traded for Pascal Siakam and let him go for nothing. Could Trae Young and DeJounte Murray get frustrated in Atlanta? The Kings drafted Jaden Prospero, a player who's very similar to De'Aaron Fox. How do those guys complement each other? And then Luka Doncic only has 2 more years on his deal in Dallas. If the Mavericks don't improve, could he try to get out as well? So I think there are a lot of stars across the league who could be on the move as soon as this season, and it'll be very fascinating to watch what happens. As for our Blazers, we made a couple big moves. We traded for DeAndre Ayton, sending the Suns Jordan Clarkson and Charles Bassey in a buy low move to try to rejuvenate Ayton's career. We also signed D'Anthony Melton, and of course we drafted Darius Springer with the 10th pick in the draft. And I think these offseason additions should certainly be able to help this team. So with that, let's take a look at the lineup to kick off season number 2 for our Portland Trail Blazers. The starting lineup returns 4 out of 5 starters from last year, with Scoot Henderson, Anthony Simons, Shaedon Sharpe, and Jeremy Grant all back within the group. And then DeAndre Ayton, of course, will slide over to the 5 to play center. As for the bench, I think we're a really deep team with D'Anthony Melton, Ochai Agbaji, Darius Springer, Ben Simmons, and Nasir Little. It's a good problem to have all of this depth within this team, and those bench players should not be getting that little of minutes, but it's because we've got a lot of talent on the roster, and we've got 3 first-round picks this year. We'll be closely monitoring the Timberwolves, Rockets, and Nets because we have either a pick from them or a swapped pick from them, and of course we have our own selection as well. Our season opener is at home against the Los Angeles Clippers. We opened against them last year on the road, and we get to play them again. The Clippers, of course, look a little bit different. They were the number 1 seed last year and lost in the first round, getting upset by the Mavericks. They were able to re-sign Kawhi Leonard and re-sign Paul George at the last minute. They did lose James Harden and Russell Westbrook, though, but they added OG Anunoby to give their roster some defense, which they already have with Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. But with those guys getting a little bit older, can you still trust them to guard the opposing team's number 1 player? I don't know. OG Anunoby certainly can. So let's hop into this matchup here. Season 2 in Portland, kicking off. Our Portland Trail Blazers have big expectations to improve upon a very solid 35-win season last year in which we were in the play-in race up until the final weeks of the year. Here's both starting lineups. The interesting storyline for the Clippers is Kamari White, a rookie, starting at power forward, and to be specific, he's an undrafted rookie out of Arkansas, yet he is getting an opening night start, yet the Clippers have OG Anunoby coming off their bench. I can't really explain that, but clearly they're pretty high on this rookie if he's undrafted starting in his first game. DeAndre Ayton wins the tip, and we are underway here in the Pacific Northwest. Season 2 of the Blazers franchise is here. Scoot Henderson guarded by Bones Highland. Scoot takes him inside and is on the board for the Blazers. Bones Highland is not a very good defensive player. Scoot is hoping to eat tonight. Kawhi, step back, got it. Kawhi Leonard, as a scorer last year, kind of struggled for his standards. He's hoping to improve as DeAndre Ayton flies inside, gets his first points as a Blazer off of a slam dunk. Let's see how the Clippers respond as the $200 million man, Kawhi Leonard, gets the screen from Paul George. Lets the three fly, and it's good. The claw getting hot early for the Clippers. Paul George now with it. The other star on this team signed a 2-year extension as he's blocked at the rim. DeAndre Ayton, welcome to the Blazers. The rookie, Kawhi White, misses the three. And now here's Portland in transition. Anthony Simons connects on the triple. Brought the assist by Shaedon Sharpe. Here's Bones Highland, gets the screen from Zubac. And Bones connects with a three of his own. 9-8 now. Here's PG-13. Has it stripped away and stolen. I think that was Scoot Henderson who got a hand on it. Scoot back with it. Over to Shaedon Sharpe. Line 2. Heavily contested is good. And Sharpe, who's expected a big year out of him, is on the board. Sharpe averaged over 19 a game after the All-Star break as Simons gets it open in the corner. He knocks down the three. Simons 2 for 2 from beyond the arc to get this game started. Paul George guarded by Simons. That, my friends, is a mismatch. Paul George is literally a 6'8" guard with his explosiveness even at 34 years old. Shaedon Sharpe gets a good look from three and he fires it. The Blazers lead by 5. The offense looks awesome here in the opening half quarter. Nice move by Kawhi Leonard as the Clippers are really hanging in there. As good as Portland's offense has been, the Clippers are right there. Scoot Henderson with it. 4 points, 5 assists over to DeAndre Ayton. He hits the line too. Ayton can stretch the floor a little bit. He's got a really good mid-range shot. The Blazers are hoping to utilize that quite a bit. Sharpe over to Ayton, guarded by Bones Highland. He's going to win that matchup 11 out of 10 times. DeAndre Ayton looks awesome in his first quarter as a Blazer with 8 points on 4 of 4 shooting. He's also got 4 boards, and he allows a basket here to Ivica Zubac. 26-21 now. Simons with it over to Shaedon Sharpe in the corner. Sharpe tries to get some room. Sharpe inside. Sharpe with the slam! Shaedon Sharpe is just so explosive and dynamic as it's 28-21. Sharpe again attacks the basket. He makes the layup. And Shaedon Sharpe looks awfully good so far in the first game of his 3rd year as this pass is stolen away. OG Anunoby in his Clipper debut coming off the bench for Lord knows what reason. Gets it out to Kawhi Leonard. Missed defensive assignment by the rookie Darius Springer. That was his first defensive possession as well. He tried to double Anunoby, leaving Kawhi wide open. Here's Springer with it over to Scoot Henderson. Open three is good. And Springer gets his first NBA assist as Scoot Henderson knocks down the three. The pass is tipped back out to Kawhi. Top of the key three is good. Kawhi not. He has been unbelievable in this first quarter for the Clippers as it's tipped and stolen by Paul George. George over to Kawhi. Kawhi with it and he hits the shot. Kawhi Leonard has 24 of the Clippers' 31 points in the first quarter. Final seconds of quarter number 1. Here's Scoot Henderson off the screen for 3. And it is no good. If you like offense, this first quarter has been for you. We've had a whole lot of scoring. Both teams are moving the ball really well. Both teams are shooting the ball really well. Kawhi Leonard has 24 points. He's on pace to break his career high at halftime as Scoot Henderson gets the scoring started in the second quarter with a jumper. Scoot has been awesome so far. 9.6 assists as he throws it down. Scoot was really focused on his passing in the first quarter. Now he's really being aggressive as a scorer in the second quarter. Paul George off the screen for the lead. It's good. And the Clippers are ahead 38-37. Blazers looking to get the lead back, but Grant's pass is tipped and stolen by Moussa Diabate. He gets it over to Norman Powell, who finds OG Anunoby, who connects on the 3. Anunoby traded to the Pacers last year at the deadline for Andrew Nembhard and draft picks, leaving the Pacers just a couple months later. Grant, wide open, got it! Jeremy Grant on the board with a 3 as it's 41-40. Powell with the step back on a Abaji, no good. Zubac misses the easy putback opportunity. On the other end now, it's Ochai Abaji, who connects on the line 2. Quick ball movement in transition there by the Blazers. Henderson thinks about the 3, but he has Simmons wide open inside. He misses the layup. He gets his own board. He misses another layup, gets another rebound, and third time's the charm. Maybe not the prettiest of possessions, but 2 points is 2 points. Here's Darius Springer for 3. Bang! The rookie's first NBA shot is a made three-pointer as it's 41-49. Welcome to the league, rookie. He immediately gets humbled on defense by Kawhi Leonard. The thing with Springer is he doesn't necessarily have the greatest footwork. He's not necessarily the quickest player, but he's tough. He's physical, getting off the screen. But Kawhi Leonard still hits the shot. 45-51. Agbaji over to Springer. Looking to bully Kawhi down low. He makes the layup. His second NBA shot also falls. Springer is so good at scoring in contact. His physicality has to be the main reason why he was drafted. There's Bones Highland for three, as it's 53-48. Darius Springer with it. Springer inside. And one for the rookie, Darius Springer. He's fouled by his fellow rookie, Kawhi White. Springer would miss the three throw, but he is on a tear as he passes it over to DeAndre Ayton, who hits the shot over Bones Highland. Another assist for Springer, who's been on fire here in the second quarter. Quick ball movement from the Clippers. Busy Bones for three. Is he getting rizzy? Nah, he's getting busy. 51-57. Here's DeAndre Ayton, pump fake. He has Springer open in the corner. Another one? Yes, sir! Darius Springer with 10 points in the first half on 4 of 4 shooting. He has been unbelievable in this second quarter. And here's DeAndre Ayton in for the and one. These newcomers look awfully good for Portland. 64-55. Kawhi Leonard, step back jumper, no good. Zubac with the offensive rebound and the putback as the Clippers continue to hang in there, down by 7. Final seconds of the first half. Bones Highland for three, no good. The Blazers have 66 points at halftime. That, my friends, is a lot. The two main newcomers, DeAndre Ayton and Darius Springer, have both been unbelievable today. The two of them have 23 combined points on 10 of 10 shooting. Neither of them have missed. And then on the flip side, Kawhi Leonard has 32 for the Clippers. His career high is 45. If he keeps this up, he should break that with no problem. Into the third quarter, which offense will continue to prevail. Paul George with a quick three, getting the scoring started on the opening possession of the second half. Henderson backs down on Highland. Look at Scoot showing off his toughness. Bones Highland is certainly on the skinnier side. He's obviously not the best defender. As Sharp, what was that? He tried to go for the windmill dunk. He realized he wasn't gonna, so he misses the layup. In transition, George misses the three, and the Blazers get it back. An ugly sequence for both offenses. On the other end, here's Anthony Simons with it inside. Passes it out to DeAndre Ayton, guarded by the rookie White. To Scoot, to Grant. Grant gets the screen from Sharp. Jeremy Grant tries to lob it up for Sharp. He's unsuccessful. Ugly basketball here, and then on the other end, Bones Highland hits the open three. Finally, a response. It's only a one-point game. Here's Sharp. Oh, me, oh, my! Shaedon Sharp throws down the windmill, posterizing Kawhi Leonard. Wow, what a statement from Shaedon Sharp. Kawhi looks to retaliate. He hits the hook shot over Anthony Simons. That'll give the Clippers the lead as Portland calls a timeout. 71-70, the Blazers with just 6 points here halfway through the third quarter. As Kawhi knocks down the three, the claw nearing the 40 mark. Leonard's very close to his career high. He gets the slam again. Springer's footwork there just too slow. That's certainly an area that he clearly has to improve, but he's 19. He's got time. Springer on the following possession inside. Misses the layup. That's his first career miss. Took a little while, but it happens. Kawhi Leonard hits the jumper. He cannot miss. The Blazers have no answer for him. At 33 years old, Kawhi Leonard's having the best scoring game of his life. Kawhi inside again. I have lost count of how many points he's gotten, but I'm pretty sure he's passed his career high at this point. This is ridiculous. 80-72. Blazers down by 8. Melton over to Nasir Little. The bench looking to respond as Little's first points of the year come off of a catch-and-shoot three. Leonard inside. He's blocked. DeAndre Ayton says, get that out of here. On the other possession, here's Ochai Agbaji over to Scoot Henderson, who drives inside. Henderson with the slam on Stormin' Norman Powell. Oh my goodness, the baby Blazers can get up there. Wow, look at the explosiveness from Scoot. 80-77, here's Agbaji. Hits the mid-ranger on the move. Ochai Agbaji 3 for 3 from the field today. 1 point game. Agbaji gets the screen from Ayton. Agbaji for the lead. It's good! Ochai Agbaji with the fadeaway three as we're now tied at 82. Final seconds of the third quarter. Here's Scoot at the buzzer for the lead. Bang! Did he get it off in time? That's the question. Scoot had to get that off super quickly. The initial ruling on the floor is that he did not get it off in time, and as we look at the replay, right there, I think he gets it off with around 2/10 of a second left on the clock. So this shot will count, and the Blazers take the lead at the end of the third. Portland's offense overall was not very good in the third quarter, but they did perform well down the stretch, hopefully leading to some momentum in the fourth quarter as they start with a turnover and a fast break slam from Anunoby off the steal by Paul George. Tied at 84, here's Scoot Henderson, 17 and 8, guarded by Preston. Henderson's tripled, he's got Grant wide open for three. Quiet start for Grant, not the most efficient shooting games for him as it's 84-87. George for the tie, it's good. Anthony Simons expected him to drive to the basket with all that space, but instead, George pops the three. Here's Scoot inside with a dime for Jeremy Grant. Scoot now with a double-double, 17 and 10 for the young 20-year-old point guard. Here's Paul George, backs down on Simons, beats the shot clock, and it's good. Today's been all about Kawhi, but now Paul George is starting to heat up. Simons with a dime for Grant. No good, but Springer's there with the offensive rebound and the putback. Darius Springer's a great rebounder. I'm surprised that's his first one of the game. And again, showing his toughness and physicality to grab the board. Jason Preston for three and the lead. Sideshow Bob puts the Clippers ahead by one with around 6 minutes to go. Simons with the screen from Springer. Here's Simons, gets the lead right back. And the Blazers are now in takeover mode, along with Paul George. Here's Springer, backs down on Norman Powell, showing off his toughness around the basket. Darius Springer's bigger than you, he's stronger than you, he's tougher than you, and he knows it. 96-97, here's Grant inside with the layup. Grant started the game off quietly, but he has performed very well here in the fourth quarter. Portland out of takeover mode, but it won't stop them here. Springer with the layup. He's got 16 points and has missed just one shot today. Simons at the rim, no good. Grant with the board. And Jeremy Grant continuing his big fourth quarter, now with 14 points, looking like the Jeremy Grant we all know and love. Blazers up by 7 as Kawhi Leonard hits the turnaround jumper. It was only a few minutes ago. The Clippers were up by almost 10. This lead is very quickly evaporated as it's a 5-point lead. Here's Scoot Henderson, gets some room. Henderson attacks the basket inside, makes the layup, he's fired up. As it's a 7-point game with under 3 to go. Shaedon Sharpe inside as it tipped, no good. Ayton gets it back, tipped and then throws it down on Bones Highland. A powerful putback by Domin Ayton. As it's 98-107, the Clippers need a big run here in the final 3 minutes. Paul George inside, floats it in. Quick response by the Clippers. Blazers look to get back. Here's Ochai Agbaji inside. Gets a layup of his own. A very efficient 11 points off the bench tonight for Ochai. Here's Paul George with it. He gets it to Zubats. He's in for the and one. Ayton called for the foul as Zubats would miss the free throw. Score remains 109-102. Here's Shaedon Sharpe off the screen. Bullseye. He hits the mid-ranger on the move. Now with 14 points. Simons thinks about the three, doesn't take. Back to Sharpe. Sharpe gets the screen from Ayton again. Wash, rinse, repeat. Off the screen from Ayton, he hits another mid-ranger, and it's an 8-point game. Here's Highland, no good. Zubats with the rebound, and he throws it down on Jeremy Grant. The Clippers continuing to hang in there. Under a minute to go. Scoot to Sharpe. Dagger time, you know it. Shaedon Sharpe hits the three, and that should just about do it. The Blazers win it here on opening night, 118-109, and this game was about the offense. Other than the third quarter, our offense was phenomenal. We scored at least 33 points in the first, second, and fourth quarter. The third quarter, we just forgot how to play basketball. It's like I'm watching a Lions game where, other than the third quarter, we look invincible, but in the third quarter, the team forgets how to score. Scoot Henderson leads the way with 21 and 12. He was really solid. Hopefully he can continue his second-year ascension. Shaedon Sharpe with 19. He had some big shots to close the game out, and he was the guy we trusted with the ball at the end, and it proved to pay off. Scoot and Sharpe combining for 40 points, looking like our stars. Darius Springer, welcome to the NBA. 16 points on 7 of 8 shooting, 2 for 2 from 3. He was really, really impressive offensively. DeAndre Ayton with 15 and 18, along with 3 blocks, also on 7 of 8 shooting. DeAndre Ayton was good, But the problem with him on the Suns is he sort of lacked that dog in him, if you will. And I feel like that was again the case today. He allowed too many offensive rebounds and he allowed some easy shots inside. Kawhi Leonard, 49 points on good shooting. Yeah, he was pretty good. We could not guard him. The rest of the team was very mediocre, though. Paul George was good down the stretch. Bones Highland hit some threes. Zubats grabbed some boards. And that was about it. Overall, a pretty strong win here for the Blazers against, again, a Clippers team who had the best record in the Western Conference a year ago. I want to play against the Spurs with their new team, but we play against them a lot coming up, and the Heat come to town with Damian Lillard. So we're going to play that game as we get offered a trade from the Nets. They want to give us Yusuf Nurkic back. That's cute. I'm going to say no. Look at this. We're 4-1. After simulating our first few games, we're 11th in scoring, but I feel like our offense has been really good. We score 131 against the Kings, Sharp with 31, Simons with 27. We get 139 against Minnesota, Sharp with 38 leading the way. Shaedon Sharpe has been really good so far. Scoot Henderson, though, has not really been all that good. Other than the first game, he's been pretty inefficient so far. But other than Scoot, everybody else has looked good. Shaedon Sharpe has had glimpses of superstardom, and he's had other really quiet games, which honestly is fine by me. I just want to see the flashes of stardom. He's only 21 years old. I don't need him to be consistently scoring 30 a night. Anthony Simons has been really good, even with more mouths to feed. He's producing. Darius Springer's been very impressive. His three-point percentage is better than his field goal percentage, which is better than his free-throw percentage, but I'll take it. Jeremy Grant's another guy who's been quiet. He has been playing a little bit better over the last couple of games. Hopefully him and Scoot can pick it up. So that'll bring us into our matchup against the Heat with Damian Lillard, Jimmy Butler, and respectively, a bunch of nobodies. Bam Adebayo is out with a concussion, so it's literally just these two guys. I don't think anybody else on this roster would be getting playing time for us currently, which is kind of crazy to think about because the Miami Heat were the number one seed in the Eastern Conference last year. Yet outside of their two best players, nobody would get minutes on our team, and we were a 35-win non-play-in team a year ago. It's weird how basketball works, but star power triumphs all, and the Heat certainly have star power. Like the Clippers, they got the number one seed, but they didn't make it as far as they would have wanted to in the playoffs, as they made it to the conference finals before getting eliminated by the eventual champion Knicks. Orlando Robinson. Yes, Orlando Robinson wins the tip, and we are underway. He is joined by Jaime Jaquez and Josh Richardson in the starting lineup, along with Jimmy and Dame, as Jimmy Butler quickly drives inside for an early dunk. It's Halloween, by the way. I fully expected Jimmy Butler to wear some troll costume during the game. I'm disappointed. Shot no good. Ayton with the board. Out to Simons for three. He knocks it down. 5-4. Here's Lillard in his second game back in Portland. Gets it over to Jimmy Butler. Step back jumper is good. And the Miami Heat are back on top, 6-5. Here is Scoot Henderson looking for a bounce-back performance. He hasn't looked his best since the first game of the year as he connects with DeAndre Ayton, who, as we mentioned in the last game, can space the floor a little bit. He can shoot it. Richardson blocked. Shaedon Sharpe with the denial on the other end. Simons for three. It's good. The best offense is good defense. Good ball movement as well in transition as it's 12-8. Here's Scoot Henderson inside. Scoot loses control and it's stolen away. Jaquez over to Josh Richardson. Pull-up jumper will fall. And the Miami Heat bring it within two. 12-14. Springer in the game. He gets it to Simons, who drives inside and throws it down. Simons in the double figures already. He's got 10. Off to a great start scoring the ball. Butler guarded by Sharpe. Butler jumper is good. Shaedon Sharpe has dealt with the tough task of guarding Kawhi Leonard and Jimmy Butler today. It has not gone well, as one would expect. Here is Scoot Henderson on the move, off the screen by Ayton. Hits the jumper, and Scoot is on the board. Certainly a much more low-scoring first quarter than the first game today, as Micic gets it over to Derrick Jones Jr. back with the Miami Heat. He's bounced around a little bit, obviously started his career here in South Beach. Darius Springer inside, makes the layup in contact. We've talked about it with Springer. His biggest strength is scoring in contact, and he's done such a good job of that already in the NBA. He has not done a very good job defensively, though, as he leaves Keita Bates-Diop wide open for three. Vasilij Micic lobs it up for Derrick Jones Jr., the former slam dunk contest champion. Simons over to Shaedon Sharpe. Sharpe, hello! Shaedon Sharpe! Up, and away with the throwdown. 22-21. Here's Sharpe. His pass is intercepted by Derek Jones on the other end. Here is Jimmy Butler with it. He connects on the shot. Good bucket for Jimmy. 23-22. Simons with it. He drives by Micic. And Simons gets the dunk. He's got half of Portland's points. 25-24. Miami ahead. Here's Scoot Henderson at the buzzer. No good. And so that'll wrap up the first quarter. It's been a pretty good one so far. 25-24. Now 27-24 in favor of the Heat. Scoot Henderson with the screen from the rookie Springer. Henderson takes it himself. He makes the layup as it's 27-26. Edmund Sumner over to Cedi Osman. And he's pulling off a Darius Springer of his own by scoring despite being heavily covered. 26-29, here's Scoot Henderson with a little rack attack. Henderson, last year's slam dunk contest winner, with the dunk. Osman gets it over to Keita Bates-Diop, who hits the three. These role-playing wings have done a pretty good job. Derek Jones and Keita Bates-Diop are hitting their shots. They're playing good defense. Cedi Osman has been productive as well. Edmund Sumner now connects on the top of the key three. Edmund Sumner is kind of significant on this channel. If you know, you know. Lillard three is good. When these two teams played against each other last year in Miami, Damian Lillard made 14 threes, tying an NBA record. But he also missed 26, which is far and away an NBA record as well. 10-point game off of an offensive rebound by Abaji. Simmons doubled, gets it to Melton, who heaves up a prayer, and it is answered. DeAnthony Melton hits the three. That might have been the worst offensive possession I've ever seen, but it ends in 3 points. Melton over to Ben Simmons, who gets the dunk. He is on the board. Nice play by Ben. 38-34. Springer with it, looking for the screen. The rookie, Darius Springer, showing off his springs as he throws it up there for the dunk. 36-39. Simons with it, guarded by Lillard. Simons looks to get room. Long two is good. Anthony Simons continues his great day scoring the ball, continuing his great season, really. He's been fantastic so far. Tough shot won't fall. Rebounded by Orlando Robinson. He gets it to Jaquez, over to Josh Richardson. He hits the three. 42-38 now. Vasilije Micic, an all-rookie selection from a year ago, and OKC with it. Gets by Simons. Micic inside, off the glass. And the Miami Heat lead by 6, make it 4. Shaedon Sharpe in the corner, quiet 4 points so far. And Sharpe makes his mark on the rim as he dunks it on Orlando Robinson. 44-42. Robinson with it at the top of the key. Over to Jaime Jaquez Jr., who hits the three. The Blazers could have gotten Jaime Jaquez in the Damian Lillard trade last year. They, of course, opted for Nikola Jovic instead. As Simmons is inside for the and one. Robinson tries to draw the charge, and he's unsuccessful. 47-44. Here's Scoot Henderson. Nice shot for Scoot on the move. He's done really well shooting in the mid-range so far, which is certainly a positive development. Here's Sharpe. Blows by Jaquez. In for the layup. Nice play by Shaedon Sharpe. 48-47. Under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Jimmy Butler over to Orlando Robinson for the lead. 51-50 now. The Blazers are going to have enough time for one more shot. It's Scoot Henderson, who only has 8 points and 1 assist. He's been fairly quiet so far. Hands it off to Sharpe. In the corner. No good. It's definitely been a competitive one so far as the Heat lead at 51-50. Certainly a lot more defense today as opposed to the opening game against the Clippers. But this one's been a tight game so far. Hopefully the Blazers' offense can really get things going in the second half. I feel like Anthony Simons has been really good, but the rest of the team has just felt kind of lethargic. Here's Henderson. He has Grant open in the corner, who fires the triple. Jeremy Grant with another inefficient start shooting-wise. Hopefully he can pick it up like he did against the Clippers. Lillard, long-range three is good. Big shot for Damian Lillard as the Heat lead by 5. Lillard over to Jimmy Butler. Butler with the acrobatic layup. What a play for Jimmy Butler. 60-53. Here's Butler with it inside. Pull-up jumper, no good. Grabs his own rebound, and Jimmy misses. Good defense by Portland on the other end. Sharpe open for three. It's good. Shaedon Sharpe knocks it down. Following possession in transition. Sharpe at the same spot connects on another. Back-to-back threes for Shaedon Sharpe to bring the lead to 1. Here's Jaime Jaquez. Fadeaway three. Yes, sir. These two teams are living and dying by the three ball here in the third quarter so far. Ayton over to Sharp, who connects with Scoot Henderson, who's in the double figures off the slam dunk. 63-61 now. Lillard with the screen. Lillard for three. There's another. Damian Lillard kind of started the game off quietly for his standards, but here in the third quarter, he has caught fire and has helped the Heat build a little lead. Lob for DeAndre Ayton off the pass for Henderson. Nice play by the Blazers. Here's Lillard inside and one. His red-hot third quarter continues for the Heat. 71-64. The weatherman predicted heavy rain here in Portland as Lillard's providing the umbrellas. He hits another three. 10-point lead for Portland. Lillard back with it, passes it inside for Jimmy Butler, who makes the layup. This third quarter has been all about the Heat, and they're continuing to build their lead. The Blazers got to go on a little run. Their offense is struggling again. It's Simons inside his first points of the second half off the layup. 76-66. Lillard to Richardson, over to Robinson. Back to Josh Richardson with the dunk. What a great off-ball cut by Josh Richardson. He recognizes the open path lane and takes advantage. Oh, my God. Darius Springer, the rookie, going up there as he throws it down on Robinson. 10-point game here. Scoot in the corner. Drives inside. Contested layup is good. The Blazers' offense is starting to show some energy. Here's Springer. Fools the defender on the pump fake. Takes it himself to the rim. And gets the layup to rattle in. 80-72, under 2 to go in the third. Alec Burks with it for the Heat. He gets it to Butler, who throws it down despite good defense by Darius Springer. 12-point game. Heat in takeover mode now. Henderson. Hello. The Blazers are putting on a dunk show here in the third quarter. There's another 10-point lead. Springer somehow gets it off the tip. Final seconds of the third. Scoot Henderson with it inside at the basket. And it is no good. That'll wrap up the third. Big quarter for the Miami Heat. They lead at 84-74 as we move into the fourth. We'll see if the Heat can close it out or if the Blazers can win again. Keita Bates-Diop hits the line too. I feel like Bates-Diop has been the third best player for the Heat today after Butler and Dame. He's been really good. What a block! Did that ball just like swat off the rim? I don't think I've ever seen that one before. Following Portland possession, Simons off the block, over to Melton. Anthony Melton has honestly been a really good pickup. He's done a lot of the little things off the bench as the lead guard. Shot no good. Simmons with the offensive rebound. He gets the putback. Lead within single digits. Here's Abaji with it. Sends it over to Jeremy Grant for three. It's good. The Blazers bring the lead down to 5. 88-83 with under 8 to go. Keita Bates-Diop wide open for three. Gets one right back. Jeremy Grant was too slow to get back on defense, and once he realized it was too late. Keita Bates-Diop with it again. Inside, makes the layup, continuing his very impressive fourth quarter. 93-85. Here's Simons. He gets Abaji on the screen. Rock chalk, Jayhawk. Ochai Abaji hits the three. 5-point game. Lillard with a response. Nice shot for Dame. What time is it? It's Dame time. 100-90. Here's Josh Richardson inside with the dunk. The Heat lead it by 12. Jaime Jaquez on the baseline. 4.5 to go. Robinson wide open. Throws it down. I don't know why the Blazers didn't cover him. I get he's not a threat to shoot it, but there was nobody really in the paint either. Henderson to Springer for the slam. The rookie joining in on the dunking fun. 12-point game. Butler over to Richardson, back to Butler. Jimmy Butler inside. Pull-up jumper will fall. The Heat lead it by 14 as they now look to close the game out under 3 minutes to go. The Blazers are still hanging in there, keeping it competitive, but Miami's building up a lead. Lillard another three. The lead is up to 17. Not looking good for Portland, who's hanging on for dear life. Henderson has Simons open in the corner. He gets a three back. If you're going to start a rally, that's how you've got to do it. Following possession, Springer now blows by Jaquez. He is blocked. What a play by Jaime Jaquez with the denial. Off the inbound, Scoot Henderson inside, no good. Ayton with the board, and DeAndre Ayton is there with the putback. The lead is down to 10. The Blazers have been good over the last minute, but they need more. Lillard, step back, got it. Big shot for Damian Lillard. The lead is up to 13. I think that shot signifies that the game is over, but if it wasn't, Lillard will silence this one for good. The Miami Heat will win it 119-99 as Simons at the buzzer will make the shot, but he got it off after the buzzer sounded. Portland only trailed by 1 at halftime, but Miami dominated in the second half, especially offensively. They really shot the ball well, and their defense did a good job down the stretch as well. Portland's offense has been the strength of their team, but today they just weren't hitting shots at the rate they normally do. Simons with 21. He was especially good early in this game. He had 12 in the first quarter. Nobody else really stood out. Shaedon Sharpe was solid, 17 and 8. Scoot with an inefficient 14 and 7. Springer was solid. Grant, pretty inefficient. DeAndre Ayton, 15 rebounds. That's about it. As for the Heat, Damian Lillard and Jimmy Butler are pretty good at basketball. They combine for 60 points. Lillard shot the ball fairly well. He did not miss 26 threes today. Orlando Robinson with 18 rebounds. It's the other notable thing here. DeAndre Ayton cannot be allowing 18 boards to Orlando Robinson. It's really that simple. I get Ayton had 15 of his own. But again, we talked about lacking that dog in him. So I'm hoping that does not continue to be an issue. We'll simulate to the game here against the Spurs. As I said, I do want to play against them. So we've got the start of a 4-game road trip against OKC, Detroit, and Chicago. Darius Springer suffers right shin splits. The rookie has sort of come back down to earth over the last couple of games, which is to be expected. He's still producing, but there's no reason to play him through injury, so Nikola Jovic will take his place within the rotation. The team ended up going a measly 1-2 in the games that we simulated, so we have certainly cooled down after our hot start, losing 3 of 4. But hey, still a successful first episode as we're over 500, and the team looks pretty good so far. Hope everybody enjoyed. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you are new. Peace out.